Hi everybody, and welcome back to the second part of this figure painting series. Today I was looking at this painting and wondering what to do next now that I completed the grisaille stage. And I have several options. I could paint the Verdaccio as I did in the previous series and give it a greenish hue, but I didn't want to be too formulaic about it. I could paint the body tone, or I could work on the highlights and bring up the value, which is more conducive for glazing, or I could work on the shadows and accentuate the form. But as the Germans say, there are many ways to peel a cat. But today I decided to work more on the halftones, since the grisaille has given the halftones a slightly bluish hue. So yeah, I'll be experimenting with color temperatures today, paying special attention to halftones, so please stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.
Okay, so these are the colors I'm using today. Yellow ochre, cadmium red light, raw umber, ultramarine blue, Payne's grey, and titanium white. And when I can't find a rag to paint with, I just use an old sock. You can see I made quite a cool beigey mix to start with. I also mixed some olive greens and cool blue greys. Okay, so what are halftones? Halftones, as the name suggests, are halfway between the lights and the darks in terms of values, but I also want to focus on the color temperature because I'm painting the skin, so halftones are vital for making the skin look realistic. Halftones are found between the shadow and the light area, and it's where the light transitions into the shadow, so halftones are important for depicting the direction of the form. They show the plane changes on the form, and thus making it look more realistic. So halftones are very important for painting the figure because they show the roundness of the form, and we are used to thinking of people as having different skin colors, but of course it's important to paint more than just the local skin color in order to make it look realistic. So this is where alternating color temperatures come in. Generally speaking, the color temperature of the skin is warm, whether the person be of fair complexion or is darker. The shadow areas are normally the warmest, because the flesh is warm. The highlights are generally quite cool, because one normally mixes white with the highlights, and white cools the color down. And normally speaking, under sunlight, the light areas are warm. So to transition between the warm light areas and the warm shadow areas, one generally applies a cool halftone. So to recap, basically the highlights are cool, the light is warm, the halftone is cool, and the shadows are warm. So we have an alternating color temperature scale. And of course, delicacy in the halftones is the key. If you study Bouguereau or Rembrandt's figures or portraits, you'll see this quite clearly. I just wanted to slow down and show what my palette looks like. You can see how intentionally greyed my colors are, and I'm also keeping my values quite subdued. When it comes to painting the figure, sometimes it helps a lot to do an anatomical diagram showing the skeleton and the muscles. This helps a lot to visualize the muscles and the form, especially when you're tempted to rely too heavily on a photograph or a bad reference, or if you don't have a model in front of you.
Okay, thanks for watching everybody, and for the art nerds out there, I will do a little blog post below adding a bit more information. For the rest of you, I'm going to try and keep this video a bit shorter. As you can see, the values, I kept the values a bit more subdued, and yeah, so stay tuned for this. I'm going to work on this a bit further. What else? Oh, I worked on this one a little bit more. I don't know if you can see, but I added a bit more violet, orange, green tones and glazes to it. I'm working on it quite slowly, so let's just see how it comes out. But yeah, I can't think of anything else right now. So, okay, so please send me some comments. Don't ask me any difficult questions. If you have any painting buddies you want to share the video with, please go ahead. But otherwise, have a great day. Okie dokie.